you thought 920 megabits down was fast, have you tried 948 megabits up? Now, we are on a really big monitor right now, so there's a chance that that's going to cause some problems. If it does start to cause problems, we'll see. We'll see what we can do about that. But there's got to be some people in here. If nobody shows up to the stream, we're just not going to do it. I'm going to go get some tea and give it a minute for people to show up. All right. So welcome to the cloud. This is my slice of the cloud. I pay the cloud money every month, so I can continue to use this slice, the lovely slice. We'll get some ice. Oh yeah, we're gonna get some tea. This is tea. This is a Japanese green. Welcome. All right, so we have a joke at comma.ai that our products are Arch Linux, and I've been working out. Thank you. And I've been saying that we have a joke. That is good tea. Oh, the audio's skipping too. Well, yeah, it's because the USB controller on this thing is crappy. Oh, no, it's not the bit rate. That's the worst part. It's not the bit rate. I mean, okay, this will probably make the audio better. You know what? All right, I'm going to give you guys a special treat today. I got a special treat. We're going to put the tea away, and we're going to try something for the audio. All right. Right here. Look at this thing. This is the microphone I use for rapping. So if this thing doesn't give quality audio, I don't know what does. Let's just set this up quick. Plug that doohickey into that doohickey. All right. We got a Yeti stereo microphone. Let's just go in here to sound settings. Maybe that's just gonna work. Let's go here to sound settings. For our input device, we'll choose the Yeti stereo microphone. How crispy is that, guys? Is that crispy or what? The bit rate is nowhere near as low as Tesla stock. Whoa, we don't go there. How nice is that, though? You don't like that? Ya boy! We got a Yeti stereo microphone. We're not dropping frames. Oh, that's sick. No, I set it up in OBS for you guys. Oh, did I not? I think I did. I think that's right. Or maybe it's not. Man, really? Desktop audio device. This one? Desktop audio device 2, also that one? Mic audio device? That one? Is that better? Oh yeah, now we got that mic. How's that? How is that? Yeah, now we got that mic. How's that? How is that? Yo, if that's not the fucking crispiest mic. Yo, we got a crispy mic. Oh, thank you. You got a crispy mic. Is that Logan Paul's apartment? No, that's my apartment. That's right. You got a crispy mic. Is that Logan Paul's apartment? No, that's my apartment. That's right. I rented it from the cloud. Look at our speeds up there. I rented it from the cloud. No, let me tell you something. If you guys are having bitrate issues, it's because your internet sucks. Let me tell you something. If you guys are having bitrate issues, it's because your internet... Yeah. We got, look at that solid green. I got a 2 millisecond ping, and I got huge ups and huge downs. All right, so if your internet sucks, that's on you. We're drinking tea. People say that weird flex, but okay. Some girl texted me that. That girl, I miss that girl. She's in New York. I'm not in New York. I'm in the cloud. Oh, you can see my shoes over there. I gotta move my shoes. I can't just have shoes lying around. It looks ridiculous. I got shoes in the cloud. Not me. I gotta get rid of the shoes. All right, get rid of the shoes. Okay. No. We're just gonna try to install Arch Linux. We have a joke at Comma where we say our products are as easy to use as Arch Linux. And this is a joke because Arch Linux is probably impossible to use. But we're going to close this out so you guys can't see my IP. We're going to minimize that. And here we are in Hyper-V. Oh, I want to also tell you that you guys know that I do read your comments and I do take your feedback to heart. I have switched my Visual Studio to dark mode. I can't get fired from comma.ai. It's actually like impossible unless I make stupid decisions. But right now, if you control, if you're both the majority shareholder and you have board control, there's no way, barring like legal action, that somebody could take a company away from you. So I actually can't be fired from comma.ai. That's a fun fact. All right, cool. We don't talk about comma.ai on the stream. We are going to talk about Arch Linux. All right, let's go. Maybe we should up the dippies. I think we can make it big for a while. More dippies. Oh, so much dippies. All right. Who likes dippies? All right, great. All right, we've booted up Arch Linux here. LS? Oh. Why isn't it install sh? Oh, thank you for telling me that the return code for my Control-C is 130. I never knew that before. Let's see. Now, you might ask, why don't you just use Manjaro? Or why don't you just use Ubuntu? And you guys are missing the point. The point of this stream is to install Arch Linux. So, let's see. All right. Oh, I can view this installation guide online. Okay, that seems like it'll be a little bit more convenient. All right, now, no, there's none of those. Oh, wow, Windows sucks. Okay, cool. All right, well, I could view this installation guide online, and that would be more convenient. So, unfortunately, there's no way to copy out of my VM. So let's slowly type this. By the way, I just want to show you guys I'm on my Happy Hacking keyboard today. I know you guys love the keyboard. We embrace it. I've given up trying to fight it. One day I'm going to sell you guys keyboards. When I'm going to sell you guys keyboards, I'm just going to have an Amazon link to the keyboard, and you guys can click the referral link, and I can make money. All right, installation guide. Is that it? Cool. All right. I'm going to put this over here, and then we still can't get this anywhere. Okay, cool. All right, well, this is the same installation guide as this. All right. Well, it doesn't look quite as easy as Ubuntu. From the live system booted with the official installation image, you'll be advised to view the FAQ. Okay, well, let's view the FAQ. What is Arch Linux? Why would I not want to use Arch? I like that that's the second question. You believe an operating system should configure itself, run out of the box, and include a complete set of default software. Oh, well, we definitely have ability and time desire, because the whole point of this channel, the whole point, we loaded up a Hyper-V. The whole point of this channel is to do things that aren't useful to anybody. If we ever find ourselves doing something useful to somebody, we have to reconsider what this channel is about. And this channel is about useless crap. Okay, by the way, this chair, guys, by the way, if you want to check out this chair, some of you already know that I have this chair because you all follow me on Instagram. And if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should. I'm at instagram.com/George Hotz, or you can go to 1m2019.com. Now we got, oh, you don't want a virtual machine or what? Now this chair actually really kind of sucks. I mean, I don't think it's going to have the stamina to install all of Arch. Wow. Oh, I can contribute to Arch. What did Arch mean? It's kind of funny. All right, let's actually try to install Arch. Okay. The first thing that we have to do is verify. Oh, this is pre-installation. Okay, we've already done that. I didn't actually verify the signature. I know that was the first thing in the instruction, but we're already going to skip over that one. So that's too bad. Oh, well, let me just set my keyboard layout. Available layouts can be listed with this incredibly convoluted ls command. Wow. Oh, well, guys, which keyboard layout should we use? I don't think this is important. Let's see, do we have EFI? It looks like we have EFI. All right, let's try IP link. Okay, we have an internet. Do we have a ping? Does Arch just work like that? Oh, wow, okay, the internet actually works. Okay, not bad. I didn't ping archlinux.org. I'm sorry, I didn't actually read that far. All right. Yeah, I don't know why it complains about the NMIs. Time date control status. The NTP service is inactive. So the time is, actually that might be correct, but the time zone's not correct. Set NTP true. All right, now we have an NTP service. I don't know how to set my time zone though. Can I set my time zone? I'm sure, let's leave the Arch Linux wiki for time date control for setting my time zone. Here we go. Oh, this is very convenient. I can just do time, date. Wow, this is ZSH. I don't understand people who use this shell. List time zones. But I'm in San Francisco. How do I do San Francisco? They have cities, but they don't have just like Pacific Standard Time. Oh, Dawson's Creek. I watched that show. Luhar TT, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate all my subscribers. Okay, we'll just say I'm in Los Angeles. That's a cool place. I heard Johnny Depp's from Los Angeles, and he's broke. But I ain't broke, because we don't spend our money on stupid crap like Johnny Depp. All right. Oh. I can also create the time zone link manually. Arch is kind of growing on me. I'm learning things about Linux. All right, let's partition the disks conveniently with the shittiest command line fdisk tool you've ever seen. SDA, is that a disk? fdisk-l. It's a virtual disk. I hope that's dynamically expanding and not actually wasting my, you can check that in Hyper-V probably. Assigned memory, but what about disk? Inspect disk. Oh, it's tiny. Okay, that's not bad. I think it grows. Can I assign more memory dynamically, or do I have to reboot? Oh, dynamic memory. Oh, that's sick. Wow, Hyper-V is pretty nice. Microsoft's come a long way. All right, we like Microsoft. Yeah, so SDV are devices. Yeah, SDD2 are partitions. JAL4097, you know about things. You know why it's a nice home? Because I moved out of San Francisco. You can't have nice things in San Francisco. My friend was like, George, you know, I see this and I'm like, wow, I want to be rich. Because when you're in San Francisco, you see this and you see people get rich and all people do is hate you. But when you're here, you get rich, you get nice things. That's what the cloud gets for you. Move to the cloud. All right, So let's, we're going to partition the disks. Okay, well that one ends in loop, so we can ignore it. All right. Well, we have to make the partitions. Oh, do we want to use LVM? We'll use LS block is another option. All right. Do we want to use LVM system encryption or RAID? What do you guys think of LVM? Should we use LVM? I'm somewhat interested in LVM. LVM disk scan? Okay. PV create. Okay, this already looks too hard. Sounds like we have to partition the device already. Well, Arch's wiki is actually really good. I'm going to make fun of Arch less. The following partitions. If UEFI is enabled, we need an EFI. Do I have UEFI? Let's try hyper VU EFI. I don't know if it has UEFI or not. Settings? Secure boot disabled. I don't know. Protox, thank you for subscribing. I've used the Arch Wiki before, I just didn't really realize how good it was. All you need is 2 partitions. No, the question is, do I need an EFI system partition or not? Do I have BIOS or GPT? I really just don't know. You know what? Let's deal with that problem later. Let's fdisk dev SDA. Oh, let's create a partition. Nope, that sets the DOS compatibility flag. Don't want to do that. Of course, it's N to add a partition. We're going to create a primary partition. Default is 1. That's good. That's good. Okay, good. We have 1 partition now of type Linux. Let's make it bootable, maybe. All right, it's bootable. Cool. And now we're going to write the partition table to disk and exit. Okay, good. Very convenient. Let's make a nice ext4. We're going to use ext4. Not RiserFS, you know? Can you even make RiserFS? Oh, it supports RiserFS. All right. So fun fact about RiserFS. There's this guy who made it called Hans Reiser, but now he's more famous for killing his wife. He killed his wife. It's actually kind of funny trial to read about. I remember once, it's 2008, so when I was an intern at Google in Boston, and I go to this flatbed bread pizza place, and flatbread pizza is great, and I was sitting there, and I was reading on my phone about Hans Reiser's trial. Hans Reiser created RiserFS and killed his wife. Oh, and he definitely did it, too. It's not like one of those, so eventually, he was about to go to trial, and they're like, Hans, you're going to get 20 years. We'll give you 10 if you show us where the body is. And then he showed him where the body was. But yeah, he bought a book off Amazon the week before, How to Get Away with Murder. And then he took the car seat out of his car. And the cops came. He's like, I just took it out, man. All right, enough about Hans Reiser. We're using ext4. Oh, we're drinking tea. We're drinking green tea. RiserFS murder. There you go. Yeah. All right. We didn't make a swap partition. Should have we made a swap partition? No, I have 32 gigs of RAM in this computer. It's probably fine. You can also make a swap file, which does basically the same thing. All right, let's mount the partition to mount. Cool. installation. Select the mirrors, which are defined in... Less is the good one? All right, well, I don't know why the top listed mirror is Iran, but that's fair, I guess. Is that who's using Arch Linux? Am I on some list? I'm in the cloud. The cloud has no political allegiances. All right. Append the messages to pacstrap. Well, let's install them on base. That's kind of nice. Let's read about pacstrap. I don't know what the Riser FS business model was. let's look into it. I'm interested in things like that now. How did Riser FS make money? Name sys. See what their website looked like. Riser FS, $25 gets you an answer. This company managed to exist for that long? Wow, the world used to be much less competitive. Did they raise money? Can we go on Crunchbase and look up namesys? I don't know if Crunchbase goes back that far. No, not on Crunchbase. All right. Oh, I'm installing my system. Oh, use a script that checks the ping type. Wait, am I downloading from Iran right now? No, I can't download it from Iran that fast. I don't know what happens if I Control-C this either. Oh, select the mirrors. Oh, wait, no, it really is downloading from Iran. Okay, we're going to Control-C it. And we're just going to delete Iran. Okay, that seems okay. I don't know if it's actually faster. Get my sweat up, Nicole. Where is my sweater? Oh, it's right there. Hey, nothing's wrong with Iran. I'm just saying it's far away. Oh, yo, no, but actually, guys, no, serious thought, though. My friend was like, George, you know what you should do? I got into cooking lately. I've been cooking stuff. Who wants to see a cooking live stream? We might do it. We might do it. Make some pasta from fresh. Rude coffee, we don't talk about that here, but no. Because you're a subscriber, I'll answer that. No. Elon's desperate. I mean, why is Elon desperate? You know what? Guys, I should show you all my stock portfolio. I should show you all my stock portfolio. Every single one of my stocks, green, except for Tesla. I believed. You know, I believed in the mission. All right, cool. We packstrapped. Well, what's base devel? Do we want this? This probably sounds like something we want. Oh, it includes like GCC and stuff. All right, let's install that now. I guess we can always install it later. Hopefully. All right. Ooh. Gen fstab? Is that on all Linux? That's really nice. Cool. All right, now just, wow, it's called Arch Chroot? What if I just normal Chroot? What's special about Arch Chroot? Can I just Chroot? wrapper script around chroot. Now it's Arch chroot. Oh yeah, welcome to my new Arch system. I have to set the time zone again. Can I copy the time zone from outside the chroot? Oh, UTC. Ooh, lower princess. I thought that said lower prices. I wanted that. And that'll overwrite it. It's pretty nice. Oh, because Etsy was still outside the chroot or something? I don't know about that. Run hardware clock. What does that do? Oh, it gets the hardware clock. Oh, Arch has a nice man page. I'm already in my system. Wow, I really like Arch, you guys. Arch is sick. Uncomment locales I need in localgen. Do I need any locales? I don't really know what locales are. I'm not going to do this. I'm confused. We'll just call it Fun with Arch. No. Add matching entries to hosts. Is there any Etsy hosts right now? No. Yeah, I don't know about what is 192.168. Why do they always have this there? That is the loopback interface, but it's a distinct entry. I don't quite understand. Fun with Arch. So now when I ping Fun with Arch, oh, and I guess both of those will resolve. That's pretty cool. Creating a new init ramifast is usually not required. Set the root password. What should the password be? Bob. Cool. What a password. It's Bob. We need a bootloader. Oh, that's great. We got to get our... Oh my god, I can choose all these bootloaders. Which one should I install? It's loopback. Yeah, I see. It's cool. EFI stop. Wait, kernel turns into EFI. Require the BIOS boot partition. Installation. Install the grub package. Grub install? How do I install a package? Pacman-S. Grub install target equals i386 PC. I'm a little bit concerned. Installation finished. No error reported. Okay. So I think we're done now, right? Oh no, we should unmount. Unmount -R mount. Reboot. All right. Now I don't want it to boot into the, let's just not boot from DVD drive. Let's boot from hard drive, right? And we can just reboot. No, it booted from there again. Okay. Turn off settings. Boot from hard drive. Okay, we should be booting from the hard drive now. Secure boot is disabled. I don't know if we need an EFI. Connect. Boot. All right. I think we wanted to use a EFI. I don't know how to actually, you know, change that. Oh, we're in trouble. We messed up. I'm sure it's not possible to brick my virtual machine. That would be a feat. Okay. Well, it doesn't boot. Let's see. Hyper-V BIOS boot. I don't know. Or maybe let's just debug grub maybe. So I should be able to just mount dev sta1 on /mount, and I can just arch to root to dot. Oh, how come it had nice? I want the colors back. Grub. Is there even a Linux here? They don't have police in the cloud. Grub install dev sta. Boot grub. Do I need a grub conf that I don't have? Grub make config into grub.cfg. Okay, cool. Grub install dev sta. Oh, uh-oh. We need EFI. All right, let's do it again. No. Is there a way to resize a partition on Linux? This doesn't seem good. This doesn't seem good. We messed up, guys. We messed up big time. We don't have an EFI system partition. We need to delete it and start again. Okay, let's delete it and start again. That was dumb. Wow, so like legitimate, guys, like I messed up installing Arch and now we can like do it again. That's a great Arch experience for you. All right, let's try new before you begin. Dynamically expanding. Fun with Arch. Cool? Cool. Documents. So we want to go to hyper documents. Public documents. Documents. No, that's not what Hyper-V is. Let's delete the other one that we don't need anymore. Sorry, I'm doing it over in this window, guys. Wait, what? This doesn't even exist? Continue. Oh, there we go. All right. Delete. Thanks for my space back. Okay. All right, guys, let's try this again. Who's ready for Arch 2.0? Okay. What crap did it have us do? Arch install. No, not grub. Arch install installation guide. There we go. All right. What did we do that we didn't have to do? I don't think that system clock stuff actually mattered. I think we just have to jump right to partitions. But we're not going to mess up this time. Okay. So, should we make a swap partition this time too? All right, new partition. Wait. Primary 1. Oh my god, it's sectors. Suggested size. I don't know. 384 megabytes? Plus 384 megabytes? Perfect. New partition. Primary 2. That. All right, cool. I think we're good. Now, do we have to set the type to an EFI partition? Partition type. Change the type. Partition 1. Which of these are EFI partition? Oh, it looks like it's just fat. FAT32. Okay, cool. Windows 95 FAT32? Do I want LBA? This is so confusing. What do you want to write? Okay. Let's, where's the mirrors list? Okay, we'll get to mirrors list in a minute. First, let's make ext4, make fs ext4 on dev sda2. And then, was there something useful? Here's the installation guide. Format the partitions. How do I format a partition for EFI? Oh, here we go. EFI. Use minfo. Oh, it has a type of, I should be able to change the type. Installing Arch, what kind of meme is this? We're a meme channel, guys. You know we're a meme channel. I changed the type, and I probably did not look hard enough to find the one that says EFI. Oh, EFI, EF, perfect. Okay, now we have an EFI. Let's write, and we're good. Proceed to format the partition. Make fs.fat f32 dev sda1. All right, I think we're good. Now let's mount dev sda1 on mount boot. Mount point mount boot does not exist. Can we create it, or is that going to break something? Mount or mount boot. No, probably not going to break something. Okay. Whoops. Make dir mount boot. Mount dev SDA1 on mount boot. Okay. Now we're not going to mess up the mirrors again. No offense to Iran, but it's a little bit far away, and I really don't understand why. I mean, Arch must be very popular in Iran. And let's pacstrap again. Now, of course, I can't copy and paste because it's a VM, and VMs, for some reason, despite actually being able to send the keys over them, yeah, well, you know, that would be hard. You see, Konga, you are a noob here, because if you weren't a noob here, you'd understand that nothing on this channel needs to be done. In fact, I'll go even further with that. Really, nothing in life, like, needs to be done. I mean, like, wait, what? No, why doesn't Graph download? No. Where's Graph? Let's try it again. Oh, well, I hope you didn't want Graph, because we can't get Graph. No, we mounted SDA2, I swear. Wait, did we not? Oh, I don't think we did. Oh, I actually don't think we did. Okay. I think that's exactly what we didn't do. Okay, well, let's mount dev SDA2 on mount. Now let's make dir mount boot. Now let's mount dev SDA1 on mount boot. All right. Thank you, bro. You, Gazni, are a cool bro. You know things. I like that. All right, let's see if we can download Graph this time. We gonna make it through Graph okay? I want to point out that it didn't give any sensible error at all. I don't even see Graph. Oh, Graph! Look, it downloaded. No problem. Great. It didn't give any sensible error at all that it was out of disk space. Thank you, Arch. All right, we're installing some packages. Cool. The fstab was kind of important, so we're going to generate the fstab again. Oh, but shit, we got to do 2 fstabs. And I don't like UUIDs. I don't trust them. We got to do post-transaction hooks. We have lsusb.py. No, but really, like, we live in paradise, man. You know, I live in the cloud. I don't have to do anything here. I don't have to do shit. I sit here and drink my tea. Let's go get some more tea. I do have to get some more tea. We got some pure leaf tea, but I don't know if it feels like pure leaf tea. I gotta buy more of this shit though. This is green tea. Green tea is best. Want to stay up all night and hang on Arch Linux? Try some green tea. People always think I'm on drugs. I swear I'm not on drugs. I do drink a lot of tea though. It's very cloudy here. At work, I drank 2 spin drifts today, which are 17 calories each, so that's 34 calories. All right, we pack-strapped our shit. Let's gen fstab. Oh, we're smart about this time. We're gonna try this, and then that, and then into mount etc fstab. That's cat mount etc fstab. Not bad. I don't actually wait. I guess we did need to mount it. Okay, it's fine. Whatever, that's done. Let's arch chroot into mount. All right, we're back into my system. I don't know why I don't get the colors. It's not as cute this time. I definitely don't care about time zones. And I definitely don't care about sysadjust time. We'll make a hostname file again. You know what? I'm not actually gonna do all this stuff. Let's see if we can make it boot first. We might need a root password, which can be Bob. Now, let's install grub again. pacman-s grub. And then we're going to go into boot. No, actually, I think we should just be able to do grub install. No, don't give me this crap again. No. I made you an EFI directory. Okay, well. Oh, okay. Well, let's just try make dir boot EFI. No. Oh. rmdir boot EFI. Grub install EFI directory equals boot. What? Oh. EFI boot manager not found. Oh, okay, you know what? Let's exit the chroot and let's try grub install EFI directory equals mount boot. Failed to get canonical platform of AI. Okay, well. EFI boot manager. Pacman EFI boot manager? All right, well, let's just try that. Pacman-S EFI boot manager. Green tea's drugs, guys. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, we have an EFI directory. Oh, this is sick. Oh, it's like Arch, okay. All right. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Let's power off the system. And then in settings here, we're going to change firmware. Oh, boot from file. Oh, I think it showed up. All right, let's boot. Do not revert. No. Oh. Okay, well, now we have a grub. Could this be any harder to use? Boot HDZ. Oh, I need to load the kernel. Have you guys ever played? You guys ever played a text-based adventure game? Oh, I need to load the kernel first. Oh, obviously, I need to pick up the red key. All right, load kernel. Oh, kernel. Help. Boot. Need to load the kernel first. All right, I think I might have known. I think I might know what I did wrong. Let's just boot back in here into the Arch Linux DVD. And then let's right click and reset the virtual machine. Reset. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Grub make config. I think that's exactly what we have to do. Don't worry, we're doing the grub make config now. Yeah, I know. The grub screen is so useless. All right. Let's mount dev SDA1 on mount and mount. No, that's wrong. Let's umount mount. Let's mount dev SDA2 on mount, and then we mount dev SDA1 on mount boot. And now we go into mount boot grub and we do. Well, actually, we should probably chroot into here. So we'll arch chroot here, and then we'll go into boot grub, and we'll do grub make config into grub config. Okay. Now we have a grub config. I actually don't think we have to reinstall grub, and I just didn't read the second thing. I think this should be okay. So let's power off. Oh, well, we can't power off from inside of chroot, obviously. That wouldn't make any sense at all. Okay. And then we're going to go in settings, and we're going to do firmware, and we're going to move that guy down, and we're going to run, and we're going to go here, we're going to go here, and go here. All right. I don't know why it's asking me about that. We're just going to continue there. Oh, yeah. Let's boot Arch Linux. Your boy. All right. Arch Linux. Root, and we'll log in with our super secret password. All right. That was good. Cool. All right. So now we have Arch. Can I have some colors on my Arch prompt? Arch Linux colors. Hmm. Do I have to? No, I have to add aliases for that. Okay, well. Oh, which shell are we using? Zeesh? Pacman-S? Zeesh? Oh. Oh no, we don't have internet anymore. All right, well, that was fun. IP link. Down. F0 is down. Oh, so all that, and it was actually made easier on the installation. I don't know. Is it because I didn't follow the other guidelines? Etsy hostname. Fun with Arch. Etsy hosts. You know what? I hate IPv6. That's all you get. Definitely don't need any of that. All right, well, so let's see. IP F0 up. IP help. IP link F0 up. IP link help. IP link up F0. Up is unknown. All right. Arch. Oh, wait. NMCLI? No, I don't have Wi-Fi. What NMCLI is Ubuntu? Try the stuff. Try, oh, green tea warm? No, I drink cold green tea. Bros, I drink cold tea. Okay, well, that doesn't work. Yeah, all right, so we got to get the down to up. Arch set up network interface. You know what? Let's try to do this reading man pages. Man IP. I do think it's IP link. P-link F0. P-link show F0. Well, that works, but IP link set F0 up. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I don't think we have an IP, but I think I can DHCP CG F0. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, fix the internet, guys. All right. That was fun. I don't know how to make that come up automatically. Like, that'd be kind of nice. I know they don't ship ifconfig anymore. Back in my day, it was called ifconfig. Yeah, IP link set at 0 up. There you go. Arch, does Arch use systemd? Yes, it does. Oh, I kind of like that though. Like, look how there's nothing there. Ubuntu has like a big list of shit. This is extremely pleasant. I really like Arch. Install Zeesh. Okay, we installed Zeesh. Did I not? Oh, now I can install Zeesh again. Thank you. Thank you. You were popping back up the stack. All right. Oh, wow. That looks more terrible than... I don't like Zeesh. We're using Bash? I would like some color. But by default, not that I have to type it every time. And I know if I reboot, my networks are going to break. I should Pacman I'm going to look up what that does first. Sync. I don't know what the Y does. I don't know what, oh, the U is upgrade. All right, let's try it. Huh. I get a new GNU PG. Oh, that's excellent. Make. Can't do that. But I think I can now do whatever it was in install. Yeah, I can pacstrap. Nope, I can't pacstrap anymore. What if I do base devel here? Oh, this is pleasant. Cool. Oh, it's got GCC 8. Oh, this is a nice system. The Y is down the new package list, I understand. Yeah, I know how to do that alias, but like, where do I put that? Like Etsy profile or something? Yeah. Should I use a custom? Yeah, I got to do a bash.rc file. Yeah, Arch is less. Yeah, okay, I can put it bash.rc. I don't actually know if I'm using bash right now, but this is a good way to test. I cannot believe that this is the way you get color, though. Like, I need an alias in my command. Okay, it works. Create myself a user account. No, it didn't work. Okay, well, bash is not the default shell, apparently. At least it didn't execute bash.rc. No, I think it's bash profile. All right, I'm using this keyboard, guys. Yeah, it's bash profile. An interactive shell that is not a login shell. Oh, it's a login shell. After reading that, it looks for, okay. Let's just move it to .profile. Now when I exit, and now when I log in, oh, I just showed you guys my password. Oh, man. Cool. Well, that's interesting to know. All right, guys, I don't know, like we installed Arch Linux. It's a pretty quick stream. I think I'm pretty happy with my Linux system. I have GCC, I have make. What else should we do? Export shell equals win bash. Well, it is the shell. I don't actually know how to use Zeesh. This looks impossible to use. I kind of like the default one that came with the installer, but I don't know how to get that. Install i3. What is i3 like some new fancy window manager? I use xmonad usually. What is this written in? Tiling window manager. Ew, it's written in C and Perl. It's kind of disgusting. Should we try to install Wayland? Does that work? Now install Ubuntu. Pacman-s Ubuntu. Nope, can't do that. There's no Ubuntu. What's C-matrix? That looks ridiculous. Should we try Wayland? I'm kind of interested in Wayland because I don't want to use X if I don't have to. Wait. I don't even know if this is main Arch Linux. Let's just see what's next. General recommendations. could create a new user. Oh, I have to become familiar with Pac-Man. This looks complicated. All right, let's see if we can get Wayland to work. I'm interested in Wayland because let's just say if hypothetically, you know, someone's building a product and like Android sucks and X sucks. I don't know what Conky is. I don't know what awesome WM is. Oh, I use one of these things. No, I have like some, I use like Yeganesh and Xmobar and a bunch of those. I don't know. I set it up a long time ago and I just use it. Sway. Oh. I like this. What is Super Collider? Is that a real thing? It's written in C. Because nothing should be written in C anymore. Okay, let's try this out. I'm interested in Sway. Sway is I3 for Wayland. Okay. Is I3 like the new hotness? Is this what everybody uses now? Yeah. No, all right. If I3 is the new, yeah, I've written Xmonad configs before. They're pretty terrible. I have one on my GitHub. My configuration's all public. But I mean, it might be time to reconsider those kind of things. Yeah, my Xmonad's all here. Here's my Xmonad config that I wrote. It's not very complex. But yeah, I use dmenu and Yeganesh. And Xmobar. Like nothing too fancy. No, but I think it's time to... Oh, Windows Subsystem for Linux? I have that on here too. It's pretty good. Nothing should be written in would like to see Wayland get set up. All right, let's try this Sway thing. Compatible with i3. Pacman-s Sway. Let's go install some fonts. That's cool. Oh, wait. Any of these can provide fonts. Noto fonts. Okay, sounds good. We're going to have to see if I have that configured correctly in my VM, but we'll try it. Let's go. To start Sway, simply type Sway from a TTY. What? So they don't use Haskell, but like, what is this? It's like custom garbage? Like, what is that? It's not JSON. It's not XML. I don't think it's YAML. What does YAML look like? It's not YAML, is it? If it's YAML, I take back mean things I said. Oh, I can use YAML with Drupal. It's not YAML either. YAML doesn't have braces. That's what I thought. They make some custom crap. Yeah, it's like it's custom DSL. So you gotta stop with the custom DSLs, people. Unable to create backend any DRM device. Okay. Well, let's take a look. DRM device. Well, let's Google this error. And then Hyper-V 3D Excel. Oh. That's pretty crazy. Oh, maybe I can add hardware? No. What's that do? Just my other VM. I don't know about any of that. Check the message. Oh, it's going to take forever. Sway. All right, let's read the sway code. It's nice enough to tell me the error. Creating no-op backend. Unable to create backend. So this failed for some reason. Yeah, the error text is a little broken. I don't know how I feel about this already. Wayland in Hyper-V. Does this work? Blah, blah, blah. Xorg. Graphical programs can easily be run by using this. But I want this on Wayland. Wayland in Hyper-V. Oh. Yeah. I don't think this is possible, guys. We have to do this on real hardware. Yeah, we can play with i3. I think Wayland requires basically a GPU. And we don't have a GPU. X11 will work fine if I install, yeah, this. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Let's try X in it. Let's see what I get. But there's no X in it right now because I didn't actually install X. Well, let's install the frame buffer driver. No, I think Wayland's not going to work. BSPWM. Oh, this looks really unsupported. No, there's no GPU driver. Wait, SX? Oh, I didn't read the... No, that's not what I want. Patchman-X. I should be able to enable the GPU and Hyper-V settings, but where? These settings? I mean, I can shut down the VM. Of course, that's going to be a big hassle to get my internet to work again, but I don't think you can. I think it might be possible to pass my GPU through to the machine, but I don't even think that's going to do what I want. Pacman org Xnet. Xnet is to, I didn't install the Xorg Xnet package, okay. We installed a frame buffer driver. That should install Xnet. Can I Xnet now? Unable to run X. Oh. So I have to just install Xorg. Oh, and now here's the frame buffer shit. We don't have Visa. Maybe we do. I don't know, just install them all. Do it. Make it so. Wow, sway. Well, okay, let's look up the Wayland architecture and see how this works. I mean, no, Okay, there's a chance that's still possible, but it's not like we can, oh. Unable to run the program xterm. Pacman-X xterm. Oh yeah, look at this high quality X11. Oh, I just want to make sure it shows up for you guys. Should we put some music on? What music should we put on? A lot of times I just like listen to Mac Miller chill music. Very happy with Mac Miller chill music. www dot, what's Terminator? It's not what I want. F. So the problem is I can't click your link because I'm actually on a different computer there. What is this? Do that. All right. This is too much. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed. Some Lennox Skinner. No, all right. let's figure out how to set up my window manager. I have to like edit the xinit file or something. I have i3, I just need to start it. Do I have startx? I do. Oh, wow. How do I unstartx? Startx user bin i3. Oh, okay, I have i3. This is cool. You have not configured i3 yet. Yes, generate the config. Please choose my default modifier. That sounds nice. Oh, I'm unhappy. i3 shortcut keys. Okay. Open new terminal. Thought I did that. Exit i3. You press the exit shortcut. This will exit i3. I think my terminal's just not installed. i3 default terminal. Yeah, I know. That's the first thing I did, actually. I like that. Starts xterm, but I installed xterm, didn't I? i3 config, maybe it tells me. Oh, I have to install i3 sensible terminal. You know what would have been nice if Arch like installed that for me. Well, that's not going to work. How do I install sensible terminal? Termin. Man i3 sensible terminal? Oh, here we go. Wait, i3 sensible terminal should be a script. X message, command not found. Oh, it tries to use UX term, which doesn't work. It tries to send an X message, which is command not found. Pacman-x message? Can't do that. Ah, here we go. But that's not the problem. Well, okay, actually a solution for this is that, but not for that reason. RxVT Unicode. Cool. Startx user bin i3. Oh yeah! All right. All right. For my final trick, we'll install Google Chrome, and then we'll call it a day. Pacman-s Google Chrome. Didn't think that would work. Pacman search. Search for a package that contains a specific file. Oh, Chromium. Is it Chromium? Perfect. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that it's Chromium. Guys, I like Arch Linux. No, I don't want Chrome. Yeah, Chromium, great. It's installing right now. All right, now how do I launch something? What are the other, where's my i3 shortcuts? I think I'm gonna switch to i3, guys. Open application launcher D menu, but I guess I don't have a D menu. But I can pacman -s D menu. That did not do what I wanted. It just killed that window. Oh no, that changed. Wait, E? Oh, okay. D menu is D. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Chromium. Where's Chromium? Is it loading? Let's check HTOP. I love how few things there are. I don't like this choice of color scheme though. Let's try it here. Oh, we can't run as root. Fine. User add user. Of course they don't have the easy one. User add. Arch adding user. Install Microsoft Edge. It is based on oh wow, are they kidding? That looks so difficult. User add, let's call the user web. Sue web, Chromium. Trace breakpoint trap. Mixter home web, shown web, home web, Sue web, Chromium. Cannot open display. All right, well that's a different problem. Sue web, Chromium. Why can't you open the display? I don't understand. I don't know what no protocol specified means even. Yeah, I don't think it's that. I mean, we can try that. I just don't think that's the right display. Oh, you know what it probably has to do with? So if I type like xterm here, okay, it loads up xterm. What if I sue web and I type xterm? Ah, the problem is who owns the cookie. Yeah, the root user is controlling the X server, but how do you get around that? X server root user. Here on Arch Linux stuff. Okay, I mean, maybe it just works. I don't know. There's a command to quit, but I don't know it. i3 cheat sheet. Guys, I love Arch Linux. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna start using Arch Linux at work. Yes, exit i3. Right, what if I su web here and then I start x user bin i3? Did not work. Permission denied. What permission was denied? You know what? I have a new idea. What you say? Oh, no sandbox, you say? Oh, perfect. There we go. Yeah, I gotta get, well, no, all right, let's actually learn about why this doesn't work, because I'm interested. Arch Linux is best Linux, guys. Look how little stuff there is here. That's so pleasant. So how does X work? Like, why can't, let's try strace X term, run out of strace. Command -s strace. Socket, okay, so it's just access root X authority, okay. So if I just chmod 666 X authority? No? But that should have at least executed okay. Oh, I don't know, maybe that doesn't work. How does it even know the name root X authority? Like, it should be able to read it. I don't know. I mean, you know what? That'll fix it. Now we have a different problem. No, e-access, permission denied. What? Oh, 777. There we go. Now I can run Chromium. That's right, I just have to make, oh yeah, now we even have a sandbox, guys. Oh, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Cool. Let's just learn let's learn a few i3. Yeah, 777 on root. We got a sandbox, don't worry. It's high quality. Nope, I messed up again. Tabbed? Default? Stacking? I don't know, it's kind of hard. All right, guys. Oh, you want me to install Temple OS? Nah, Temple OS will be for another stream. Yo, if we get clone Chromium, we'll be here all night. Port Chromium to we. Coding some Holy See. We could do that one of these days. Well, yeah, we'll see. If you guys appreciated the Arch Linux stream, maybe we'll do the Temple OS stream. It's 11 o'clock though. It's my bedtime, you know. in the cloud. Everyone goes to bed early. I don't know what Firefoxium is. Cooking stream, maybe soon. Is Firefoxium a real thing? Let's Google it inside my Chrome in here. Oh, Firefoxium. Well, it's kind of a real... Oh, don't tell me Firefox is going to start using the Chrome code base too. Okay, that would just... No, that's too much. We can't end on that. I'm not going to switch to i3. I think I'm going to stick with Xmonad just because I don't know how to, like... Resize mode? Oh, I had to use the... No, see, Xmonad lets me do that without... I want to, like... Wait, how come I can't... Oh, that is workspace one. Oh, I can move this window to... Okay, that's the same as Xmonad. No, that's actually pretty nice. Qtile. Well, if it's written in Python, I definitely don't want to use it because it's probably really slow. Actually, maybe it doesn't matter. This is interesting. I do like things written in Python. I just wish Python was fast. I wish somebody would write like fast Python. How do I do resizing without touching the mouse? Tell me how I do that. Awesome WM. Yeah, people talk about this one. What's it written in? Is it written in C as well? What's written in Lua? It's interesting. What is this CTF you guys is talking about? Hey, go to that. Go back. And then we'll kind of shut the stream down. Because the stream's over. We installed Arch Linux. Woo! Resizing. Oh, I have to configure it. You can't do it by default. Window with keyboard i3. Enter resize mode. Oh, enter resize mode with that and then use the arrow keys. Well, that's not bad. Okay. Oh, actually, I almost like that better than Xmonads. Oh, that's pretty nice. Okay, that's not bad. No, I don't mind. Guys, I never change the config of anything because then I'm always going to have to change the config. I try to use the configs as basic as possible. I learn how to use the tools. Basic Vim. Vim you want to know? I don't have Vim. I only have VI. Like Pacman-S Vim. Yeah, let's get a real Vim. Oh, I can help poor children in Uganda. Let's learn how to do that. Never mind, I'm not chilling for the Uganda children. What do you guys want to know how to do in Vim? No tabs? Spaces. Oh, set ET. Good spaces now, it's tools. Edit your X resource now for colors? I don't know what that is. Oh yeah, it'd be nice to have colors in these terminals. Wow. Oh my god, those colors are terrible. All right, whatever. Whatever. That's our fun with Arch Linux tonight. These colors are truly atrocious, though. I like i3. How do I close that window? That's the Xmonad shortcut to do it. Can I get i3 for Windows? Toggle focus mode? Oh, that does. Focus right. Focus left. Oh, I keep locking my window because I use the Windows key for that. Mod Shift Q. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what Xmonad does when you mod Shift Q? It restarts Xmonad. It's mod Shift C in Xmonad to why do I still have a Windows install? Why did I just commit outright to Arch Linux? You think if I committed to Arch Linux, we could have streamed tonight? We can't sway. It's a tragedy. We can maybe sway from here. Yeah. Oh, well. Unable to drop root. Oh, those colors are atrocious. We tried sway. Sway didn't work. Yeah, we're streaming as root on my tasty VM. You guys can pwn all of this delicious. Oh, sign into Chrome with your Google account? No, thank you. What about Gentoo? No, who cares? Arch is, see, the Arch philosophy aligns very nicely with the philosophy of this Twitch channel. We don't do things because they're easy. We do them because they're useless. You want to log into this? Do you want to log into this? You give me a give me an IP and a port. Well, give me an IP and a port. You can log in. This is actually a good Gentoo meme. I don't follow the memes of the kids these days. No, I know that port. It's on mine. I think that's a one-way pipe too, so I'm not sure if that actually works. Let's just try it. What if I listen on... We'll try 6969. We'll do what you said. What? Pacman-SNC? Netcat? Oh, do I want GNU Netcat or OpenBSD Netcat? I like these bros, actually. That's actually a really cool distinction. I really like Arch Linux. Does that just work if I pipe bash like that? No, it doesn't. No, because it's not interactive mode. Does it support dev TCP? What? Oh, well. No, that's fine. Why is the connection refused? Oh, because it's, yeah, you know, and look, now we have a shell, but it's a fake shell. It's actually just netcat. All right, cool. What's polybar? What's the OR? Is this Arch Linux? Arch Linux user repository. That makes sense. Implement something in Python. I probably could, but we're not coding Python tonight. We install Arch Linux. Oh. I don't even have to use the arrow keys. I can also just use J and K. Well, that's K. So I don't really understand. Shrink with, wait, what? Semicolon? Okay, those are weird bindings. But whatever, you learn them. There's a WeMU. All right. Thank you for watching my stream tonight. We'll take one last question if it's good. One last question. We can end the stream on your question. Oh. Yeah, dolphins for we. Is that the question? I don't know about the church, guys. Look, I live in the cloud now. I'm a happy person. Do I look happy? That's a great question. Do I have a Roomba? And the answer is no. You shouldn't buy a Roomba. You should buy a Neato because they're way better than Roombas. But you shouldn't actually buy a Neato either. You should buy a Swiffer Sweeper because they're way better than vacuums. As for where I see myself in 10 years, that's going to have to wait till the next stream. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. We installed Arch Linux right here live in front of all of you. We used our beautiful, fresh to death Yeti microphone. Please click the Amazon affiliate link in the description. I don't think there actually is an Amazon affiliate link. We used a Happy Hacking keyboard too. Again, as soon as I get that affiliate link, I'm going to be mad rich. But right now, if you guys could just subscribe to my channel, because I only do these streams to make money. That's not actually true. I wish that was true. But like, if I did these streams to make money, I wouldn't live in this beautiful cloud. Got a mouse from a Razer Synapse, Razer Death Adder Elite mouse. Nice mouse. You guys always are asking. You guys are always asking, you know? I'm showing you the keyboard. I'm showing you the mouse. I'm showing you the Yeti microphone. All right, thank you. So what sweatshirt? Oh, I don't know, man. This girl's like, George, you know what? I want to cultivate this look where I want poor people to think I'm poor, but rich people to think I'm rich. So that's kind of the look I'm going for. Nah, we don't got any rap songs. Oh, yo. No, I've actually been writing something that I think you guys would appreciate. Maybe we can preview a little bit of verse. Oh, yeah. It's like, in 2020, there's about to be a reckoning, so pardon me for stepping in. Hello from San Diego. I got out the bay before the house of car come checking, and the big bad wolf come in to blow that shit away, though. Right? We're working on a song, man. We're working on a song. You know, we got like a middle verse, like, you know, you see I got the email telling me to message Patty. You see I clicked the link. You see I messaged Patty, but what you don't see is how much more I hate you. You went from idealistic dreamers to narcissistic schemers. Bitch, the wolf is coming, better check who's in the mirror. No. We were having some fun. Last weekend with some rap bars. Idealistic dreamers, narcissistic schemers. I want to work on the album, man. I want to work on the album. All right, that's definitely it for the stream. That's more than it for the stream. Nah, you can't smoke weed in this cloud. It's not allowed. It's not in my lease agreement. Skeptical, I'm glad you just got here. I appreciate you subscribing too. I appreciate it's your subscribers that make these streams possible. Can I turn sideways? No, I can't do that. All right, later guys. Bye.